Stop buying these things. They are a complete waste of money. Seriously, what is this mess about all of these boo-boos? And I was thinking about it the other day, and I think this is more of a phenomenon. This is like a reflection of our overconsumption. Some expenses seem harmless, but they can quickly drain your bank account without adding any real value. Today, I'm sharing 7 common money leaks and how to cut them without feeling restricted. I'm a process and planning manager, and I take a process-oriented approach with my personal finances, and once I started applying this to my day-to-day, it's when I saw real change. Okay, I need to tell you something. I used to be a shopaholic. Not anymore, because I adopted a lot of these things that I'm telling you about today for me to have a more mindful approach to handle my money. First money leak, traveling in peak seasons. I mean, who doesn't want to go on a trip when it's cold? You just go to a place that is hot, you enjoy the summer, you enjoy the beach. Amazing, right? But just make some tweaks into your plans. That would definitely save you at least $1,000 to $2,000 per trip. Instead of traveling during high season, just postpone it or travel before your planned time. And that way, you're not only getting better prices in flight tickets, but even hotels. And to be honest with you, I stopped doing this just for financial reasons, because every time I travel somewhere that is not high season, I definitely enjoy it much better. The service is better, everything is not crowded, the prices are better, and because everyone is just happy to have you there, you will definitely have your money's worth. Money leak number 2, brand obsession. Now, we all have our guilty pleasures. And as someone who used to love shopping, I know what it meant. Every time I saw a discount for a good brand, I felt like I had to buy it because I'm like, I'm gonna miss out. And that is also a big money problem. The FOMO, or fear of missing out, always push you to take crazy decisions. This is a great deal, I have to take advantage of it. And to be honest with you, it's not. So paying an extra $200 for something you don't necessarily need just because it was a discount, or because you feel like this is a very good brand and I'm actually taking it as a steal, that's not the math that's gonna help you grow richer and build wealth over time. That math is only gonna keep you in a consumer vicious cycle, and you cannot break the cycle of overconsumption here. Forget about the logo. Sometimes when you are going to buy something, have in your mind the habit to check the quality, check the fabric, check if this is something that helps you look your best self. Without necessarily having the logo, it's not going to change anything. So don't mistake the logo for quality. Money leak number 3, upgrading cars for status, not for convenience. Now, every now and then you will definitely upgrade your car. That's totally normal. It has a life and you want to be driving comfortably. But the fact that you might upgrade your car not because you need another one or your current one has gotten old, then there's a problem. You're just upgrading it because you feel like, oh, I need a newer car. I just got a raise. Maybe I should change my car as well. Buying a new car became like a status to show to the world, hey, I made it, I became successful. But trust me, success is not by buying a new car, buying a new piece of jewelry, buying a designer bag. It's what's living inside your bank account. Yes, it's not visible, but that quiet wealth is what's going to make a difference long term. Especially when a car depreciates in value, please be mindful of spending your money on cars. This is easily a huge waste of money. Needless to mention that in Canada and the US, a car loses its value. It loses 30% of its value during the first couple of years. Now, let that sink in for a little. After 2 years only, what you bought is worth 30% less. And when you go to upgrade it again, you're going to be losing the exact same money. Be considerate whenever making decisions about upgrading your car. Just have some thinking and make a wise decision. Money leak number 4, updating seasonal decor. Every Christmas, you go all in. You buy a new decoration, you buy 700 light bulbs, you buy green stuff and red stuff and pillows and napkins, and you go all in. Then in January, you put all of that in a lot of boxes and you put them in a storage. You put them in your basement. I didn't even mention Halloween or Thanksgiving. Great. Your house looks lovely and smells amazing. But what are you gonna do with all of that stuff? You're gonna box it, store it, and the year after that, you might want to buy something else because you want something new every single year. And that definitely adds up. Now, if you're lucky and you have a basement or you have a place to store, well, that's amazing, good for you. If you don't, then you're gonna be renting an additional storage just to put the stuff that you don't use all the time, because who will put the things that they use every day in the storage unit? You only put the things that you rarely use. Let's try to reduce that. Looking at the data of the price for storage units in Canada, I was shocked. I was shocked. It costs between $250 to $350 each month in cities like Vancouver and Montreal. That's crazy. Where the rent is already expensive in Canada, adding to that $250, $350 in storage alone, that's crazy. In the US, it's a bit cheaper, but still it's $100 to $150 USD every single month. That's a lot of money that you're spending on storage each year. And why? Because you have a lot of stuff and most of it is seasonal. So let that sink in for a second, and maybe this Christmas you just think about, you can still make your house lovely, but you can just buy things that you can easily store, like fabric, candles, things that you can still use and they will be easily stored. Leak number 5. A lot of you won't necessarily agree with me here, but for me, I never overspend in extended warranty for anything that I buy. The reason for this is basically I buy things through using my credit card already. And in most credit cards today, you already have a 1 year to 2 years warranty if you have used that with specific purchases. And if you already buy something from a specific store, they already give you good enough warranty. So adding that, the one of the credit card, you do more on top of it and you're not necessarily going to use it. So for me, completely waste of money. And in my whole life, I have never used any warranty, just to break it to you. So maybe next time you are buying a TV or an electronic gadget, maybe you should think about that. Money leak number 6. Subscriptions creep. Okay, I have to admit this to you. I myself am guilty of this, but I have started adopting a better way of using subscriptions. So basically, yes, I do have my subscriptions, and some subscriptions I'm never gonna get rid of, sorry, but I'm not subscribed to anything that I'm not using. So yes, I use this every single day or a few times per week. Some subscriptions I also work with, so this is very important for me. And I just audit my subscriptions on a quarterly basis. So I just invite you to do the same. Sometimes you just buy a subscription or like a test. You can just test this for $1 or something and you forget to actually cancel it. Or if you're using Apple Pay, it's definitely easier for you to just use Apple Pay for everything and you pay with it and you forget about it. And then Apple will send you a receipt and you don't even know what their receipt was for. And yeah, everyone I believe might have had experienced this. Just be mindful with what you subscribe in. There are a lot of free versions that you can use first, and really if you like the app, then maybe then you can actually think about pro version or the paid version. And even that, what I do is pay for the first month, then immediately go ahead and cancel my subscription, because I would definitely forget if I don't. Like, hey, you will be paying for the next month on the 16th or something, so you're definitely going to miss. So I cancel it immediately after I buy it. I use it for a month to make sure if this is something that I actually like, and then if I like it, then I will definitely buy a subscription again. So that's definitely what I do. I give myself a month to test it out. Never pay for 3 or a year without even knowing whether or not I might appreciate the app. Do your audit and analyze what you need versus what you don't. Number 7, paying retail without research. I know this is not something everyone can do. I know it takes a little bit of patience, but if you really put the effort to do this, you will definitely gain a lot of $100 in your pocket. And of course, we're talking about things that are pricey in nature. For example, I would like to buy a TV or something electronic. I don't necessarily know a lot of brands, so I go ahead and buy the one that everyone knows about. Yes, that's safe, but sometimes you find that that brand is a lot more expensive than another brand that you haven't heard of. But that's you haven't heard of that brand. It doesn't say that it's not. So maybe you do some research, compare, you can check. You can even use ChatGPT for God's sake. And it definitely helps you out in analyzing what features and this versus that. And then ask yourself, am I paying a premium for the name of the brand? Then, if it aligns with your purchasing goals, then go for it and buy it. If not, then I don't think why you should be spending $600 for something that you can buy with $400 from another brand. Just do your research, and then at least you are making an informed decision, whatever you decide to buy. Another advice, if you are planning a big purchase that's not time sensitive, I would definitely recommend you time it with sale seasons like Black Friday. If you want to buy something electronic and you know that time they will definitely do more sales. So this is something that you can do if ever you are planning to purchase something more on the expensive side. And I hope today you have seen these mistakes, then you think about that for a second. They are not necessarily about cutting joy, they are just about being mindful and in the moment and conscious about whatever you are spending. You're definitely not living with less, you're living with more financial freedom. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, feel free to subscribe and check more content in the channel. Let me know in the comments below what other topics you would like me to discuss next. I will see you in the next week with the next video. Bye!